Chilla there. H3T to boot that thing on time. I ain't got no analysis. I'm just talking to y'all. Because they don't let us be happy. They won't let us be happy. It's like there's some unwritten rule that says if you're a Knicks fan, you're not allowed to be happy. And I didn't get that memo. I was unaware. Alan, I agree. They forgot how to do a lot of things, but defense was definitely at the top of the list of things that they forgot how to do. Again, I don't have much of an analysis tonight. I'm just going to talk to y'all for 30 minutes, and I'm going to bed because we got to do this again tomorrow night. Lucky us. Dark Matter, what's good with you? Gosh dang it. Welcome to the live stream. I just don't understand how they're getting away with this, man. I don't get how they can do this to us, gosh dang it. Ross, I ain't going to put it on Clyde, gosh dang it. We can't put this on Clyde because Clyde was looking great. But that's neither here nor there. I still love Mike Miller as well. It's just, gosh, I just don't know what happened to this team. I don't really have a take for y'all. I'm just talking to y'all. That's all I got for tonight. Homie Allen says against the Bucks too. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow's game at all. I'm looking forward to tomorrow in general, but not tomorrow's game. Ray, what's good with you? It's amazing what a couple days can do to the tone of the video. Gosh dang it, we're all on here doing cartwheels, and now it almost feels like we're back in depression mode. But it's all good, I guess. It's all good. I guess. Again, I don't have any analysis for you. I don't have anything to say. I really don't. And I know that's very irresponsible on my part, but I just don't have anything to say. Saul, what's good with you? I agree. That was very difficult to watch, very difficult to sit through. Gosh dang it. And yeah, that's true. We didn't lose by 30. Could have been worse, I guess. Bobby Portis played well towards the end. Yay. I don't know. Homie Infinite Waves is here. What's good with you? Says it's a roller coaster ride with mostly downs. Yeah, it's like a big drop. That's what this season has been like. It's been like a big drop on a roller coaster, and every now and again we get to dip up. Honestly, the like last game and this game has felt like when you go like really high on the roller coaster and then shoot down immediately with no warning. That's what this felt like. Again, I don't have much analysis. I'm just on here to talk to y'all because I don't know what to say. I mean, I really have no idea. I don't know what happened. I can't tell you. I can't speculate on anything. I can't rant about anything. I can't yell about anything because I don't know what happened. Joe, welcome back to the live stream. And yeah, and it's a shame. Homie Scott's here. What's good with you? Says, how much did we lose by? We didn't lose by as much as it could have been. I think we lost by like, what, 20? I think it was by 20. Not really sure. It could have been by a lot. It could have been by a lot worse, but thankfully it wasn't. I mean, they just didn't play. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I almost fell asleep in that fourth quarter because it's like, what's the point of watching? But they decided to not play any defense for some reason. Yeah, 15 or 20 or something like that. Yeah, they weren't playing defense off rip. If there's one thing I will say, and again, it's not much of a rant. It's not much of a rant. Scott, I wasn't even going to say it, but you see the vibes. We win a game. There's like 900 people in here. Gosh dang it. You feel me? There's like that's other Scott. I'm sorry. There's like 900 people in here. But then as soon as we get back to losing, there's 8. And Michael B's like that, but that's not even there. Michelle, what's good with you? Hey, Michelle. I'm happy you came by to say hi, and that's all that matters, gosh dang it. It won't be a total loss. But that is neither here nor there. Homie Daryl says we must have peaked past the Heat, thinking about the Bucks, though Wade. I thought Wade was playing. Yeah, it felt like it. Hector, what's good with you? I'm glad you're coming on here with some form of positive energy because I ain't got nothing for you. The homie 99 is here. What's good with you? Welcome back to yet another live stream. The only thing I will say, as far as any form of analysis, gosh dang it, is I have to say there's only one thing that I'm really, really starting to get annoyed by with Mike Miller. I don't like the fact that Mike Miller continues to lie and have this whole thing of, oh, we're going to keep the same starting lineup because it's been working and I like the starts that we get off to. What games are you watching, bro? And again, I'm not trashing Mike Miller. I think he's a great coach so far from what I've seen, but I'm just not quite sure where he's getting this idea that we get off to hot starts from. What I've noticed over the last, let's say, 6 games is we get off to a really slow start. They sit down the starting lineup. The bench comes through. Jesus. Ray, I appreciate it, gosh dang it. I appreciate it, Ray. Look at this. They make the pairs. They make the pairs after me. I swear to Moses, because that's what I do. As soon as I get off the basketball court, I just look in a mirror with me and my headband and admire how cute I look. Ray, I appreciate it, gosh dang it. For realsies, for realsies, for real. I'm actually going Christmas shopping tomorrow before the game, so that should help out. There's one more thing I wanted to get, and that should cover it. So I appreciate it, gosh dang. I really do in these struggling times, but I don't like the fact that Mike Miller continues to say things like, oh, we get off to hot starts, so there's no need in changing anything, when that's just not the case. The reason why we lost this game, and the reason why, other than the fact that we didn't play any defense, and the reason why we lost the game against the Nuggets is because of the terrible starts that we get off to. And when we play against teams who are above average and they blow us out in the first quarter before you make your first rounds of rotations and substitutions and stuff like that, you dig a hole that's too deep for our second unit to dig us out of. Now, when we're playing against garbage teams, maybe you can get away with that, but that's not going to be the case against quote-unquote decent teams. And I think it's time to readjust that starting lineup. I've said on multiple, and I don't want anyone to think I'm taking a shot at anyone in particular, but I think the starting line, and I've kind of had this energy. I think the starting lineup should be, you got Elfrid Payton, you can pick Trier or Dotson, doesn't really matter. I'd rather it be Trier, but Dotson, sure, he plays defense. It can be Trier or Dotson. You got Mook, that's Marcus Morris, you got Julius Randle, and you got the homie Mitchell Robinson. There is no reason why we should have Taj Gibson starting. There's no reason why Frank Ntilikina should be starting. There's no reason why you should be having RJ Barrett starting. There's no reason why we should be giving Dennis Smith Jr. extended minutes if all he is going to do is attempt to shoot 3-pointers. And again, no shot at anyone in particular, but you know, RJ Barrett did have 27 in the last game, and that's cute, but let's not forget the man has not been playing that well in general. And while I refuse to slander him because he is a child and a rookie, and I think he's playing way too many minutes, I'm just not sure how he continues to start. If we're trying to, and again, if we decided to tank again, then somebody needs to let me know. But as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I've seen, we're still trying to win games here. So if we're still trying to win games, you got to make adjustments based on what you're seeing. If you think that, getting off to a slow start and then inserting the bench is a good idea, when you play against a really good team, maybe you should put in the dudes that are going to run the game plan, you know, who are going to play some freaking defense, who are going to offensively have a pulse. And if for some reason you don't trust Mitchell Robinson, who again fouled out because everyone was back to their old ways tonight, gosh dang it, nobody played well. I don't care who you name, nobody played well. So there's no one really to praise here. But if you don't, if for some reason you're not comfortable with a Mitchell Robinson starting, then let Bobby Portis play. Let him start. You let that man play like 45 minutes a night anyway. Might as well let him start, especially if Taj is going to be. And something else I want to say real quick, I got to give the shout outs. David, what's good with you? Harold, what's good with you? Mike, what's good with you? Let me just continue on this track for just a, and can I get 3 more likes, by the way? Be much appreciated, but that's not even there. Something else I want to talk about is I don't agree. And again, this is not me slandering Mike Miller. It's just, this is kind of stuff of this. Thank y'all. Ronald, what's good with you? This is a part of the things that I'm not able to say in wins because all that matters is the W. So I can't say this kind of stuff in wins, but now that we lost the game, I can say it. I don't appreciate that Frank Ntilikina is getting benched constantly in the second half of games. And y'all know I don't like Frank, so this is not me defending him. But I got to keep the same energy and I have to be consistent here. And I got to say these things. I didn't say anything because we were winning. And yes, I know I just said he shouldn't be starting. That's fine if he doesn't start. But to bench him, I don't understand how that's helping anything, especially nights where they're not playing defense. Again, he shouldn't be starting, but to bench him completely and we don't see him from basically the second quarter until the end of garbage time in the fourth, how is there a no Frank Ntilikina sighting when all he does is play defense? I'm not sure I understand that, especially in games when no one's playing defense. And again, if everyone's just having a crappy night on both sides of the ball, then it might go B's like that. But the solution is not benching him. He's not going to get better if you don't play him. Now, again, if the game plan is to win a game, then the bum shouldn't be starting. But as far as him being MIA on the court, I'm not here for that. He's not going to get better if you don't play him. And I get you got to give Smith Jr. some time, but I thought Dennis Smith Jr. got too many minutes tonight, especially when it wasn't even warranted. And again, I don't even like Frank, and I was uncomfortable by it. I didn't think Frankie was even going to get a chance to play. Again, I'm not getting on to Mike Miller. I like Mike Miller. He's a cool dude, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. And he's been doing that for a couple games now. And again, I just haven't been able to say anything because we're winning and I don't want to come across as complaining during W season. But in losses like this, especially when it's pretty obvious when you let your opponent score 70 in the first half, we're not going to win this game. Let Frankie run out there. Let him do whatever he wants to do. Who cares? Like, if at that point you benching out for Peyton, I'm not mad. That's fine. If the goal is to keep Frank and let him develop into something, again, I don't have any confidence in him, but if that's what we're doing, then he's not going to get any better if you bench him. And if you're gonna bench him, you gotta go all the way with it. I'm talking about don't let him start. If you don't have confidence in Frank Ntilikina, then what are you starting him for? I need decisive actions here. The same thing with Alonzo Trier. I'm not gonna pat you on the back for letting Trier play 4 minutes of bum time. I'm not gonna congratulate you for that. I'm sorry. If no one is able to score, and you're letting freaking Dennis Smith Jr., who I am not slandering, but you're going to let Dennis Smith Jr. go out there and hoist it. And Jesus, how many shots did Damian Dotson miss? Not that anyone had a good game. I want to make that clear. I'm not singling out anyone. But when you have nights where did RJ Barrett score? I don't even know. Did Damian Dotson score? I don't even know. What would be the harm in letting Trier play a little bit more than 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter in a blowout? What's the harm? And if you don't want to give Marcus Morris big minutes because it's a blowout and who cares, bet I'm here for it. Give Kevin Knox some minutes, give him a chance to try and find the remnants of his game, perfectly fine. But you know who else is not getting any minutes whatsoever, and especially in a blowout, I just get a little bit confused as to what we're doing, especially in a blowout. Does anybody know where Iggy is? And I'm not talking about Iggy Azalea. Don't nobody care where that. Don't nobody care where she is. Does anybody know where Iggy is? Where's Ignace? Where is that man? Where is that man? Yo, I hear more about Sandra Bullock coming back with contact practicing. We don't even see Iggy anymore. Where is that man? And I don't want to go too hard because we just came off of a blowout and we're 3-4 under this man. but I can't not say anything. Wafer was good with you. Izzy was good with you. Let me read what y'all saying. I said I wasn't going to be able to come up with anything, but I came up with a little something. This was just a little bit of a carryover of the last few games because again, I don't feel like it's fair to criticize them in W's, especially when we're turning around problematic behavior. You feel me? That's like if you're like chilling on the holidays, right? And you're like really like racist your really racist relative comes over, right? And like instead of like saying blatantly racist stuff, they're saying like under the table, shady, ignorant racist stuff. And it's like you pat them on the back because it's like, yo, at least you're not blatantly racist anymore. But then it's like, you should say indigenous people instead of, blah, blah, blah. You say Native American instead of, blah, 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 blah. That's what the Knicks are like. The Knicks are like a racist relative that is making strides in the right direction, but still has so much room to grow. That's what the Knicks are like to me. I think I just messed up a bag. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. What y'all saying though? Gosh dang it! Y'all swalking a boot in the chat. Gosh dang it! The OG Wafer says, ugh. Ronald says, if we had Michael Beasley, none of this would happen. That's another person who I cry every day and every night that he is not a part of our organization anymore, but that's neither here nor there. The homie Infinite Wave says Frank is a mediocre. I got it. Mediocre two guard. I am not going to argue that, but I do think in a blowout, he should have more minutes instead of being benched. And if you want to bench him, then he shouldn't be starting. That's just common sense right there. The homie Fed said, says at least we didn't give up in the fourth quarter and get blown out. I felt Mike Miller gave up, but the team did not. And I say that because you normally see him try to like call timeouts and get into them, even if we're getting smacked around. I didn't see any of that tonight. And again, that is not Mike Miller's slander. Just speaking what I saw tonight, kind of concerning a teensy bit. Homie David says, Coach Miller just said he put Dennis Smith Jr. in because he wanted him to keep touching the paint and breaking down defense. Dennis Smith Jr. did none of that tonight. I'm not sure what Coach Miller was looking at, but, props to him for giving him a chance, I suppose. Homie Ronald says, if Frank was going to develop into something, he would have it to develop by now. He is what he is, full send. Again, I am the last person who is going to defend Frank. I do not care for him at all. I see no future for the man whatsoever, but we kept him for a reason. Other people seem to have confidence in him. And again, if you're going to start him, I don't see how he gets benched. If you have no confidence in him and you're going to bench him and not let him play, then why the job is he starting? And I say the same thing with the Taj Gibson. If you don't think he's good enough to play, what you start him for? Simple as that. Homie Ray says Mike Miller needs to be hearing this. There's a lot of things the Knicks need to hear, but that's not here nor there. The homie K is here saying that they peaked versus the Hawks. I don't feel that way. If we play another trash team, I'm sure we'll step up again. I think we just maybe had our expectations a little bit too high. maybe just a teensy bit too high. And not trying to cop please, but the Heat are third in the Eastern Conference. So maybe we bit off a little more than we can chew here. But, I still have confidence that we can do something. Playoffs is looking really, but we can make this into something maybe. I don't know, fellas. I'm trying to be positive here. The homie Ronald says Iggy can't even get it. No, listen. I'm not doing it. I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
That was easy.
I will hit the easy button, but I ain't talking about that man's acne, gosh dang it. I ain't going there. But that's not either there. The homie Scott says, nah, wasn't Randall injured? Julius Randle was not injured. I mean, If he got injured and I just didn't see it, I know my neck was injured quite a bit because I started to fall asleep in the third quarter and I caught myself mid snore and almost gave myself whiplash. So I'm a little injured from watching this travesty, but that's neither here nor there. The homie Ray says, from what I am hearing, they are showcasing people's talent to trade. If that's what they're doing, get to it. because I need us to have a coherent plan. And the idea of letting people shine so we can trade them, that sounds a lot like tanking to me. So if they're trying to be competitive, then let go. But if you're trying to tank again, I feel like somebody needs to tell us so we're not sitting through another season expecting something that's never going to happen. So if we're tanking, I really need someone to come out and say things like, "Oh, this is still player development and talent acquisition." I need someone to tell me that, so I'm not sitting here expecting dubs. It would make this season a lot easier to swallow. Gosh dang it! Pause on that. The homie Mr. Johnson says, "Did the Knicks win? No, they did not." The homie Izzy says, I don't think if we had Michael Beasley, it wouldn't stop us from, I don't know. Beasley was pretty good, and especially under a decent coach, he would have been going off, but that's not even there. Homie David says, what's up, Sever? What's up with you, David? What's good with you, bro? The homie 99 says, Knicks state goes beyond individual games. Very, very slow rebuilding process. A lot of players, I think, are just playing to improve their stat line. I really hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case. I would have thought we were past this, to be quite honest with you. Again, from what I hear in interviews from the players and stuff, it seems like they're trying. It seems like they like each other and they want to win and be competitive. If we've gathered a collection of dudes who are just stat padding, I would really be disappointed. I don't think that's the case, but maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part. The homie Scott says we need defense. We good, but that's easier. Oh, and we're good, but that's easier said than done. We've needed defense for several years now, unfortunately, and I find we're starting to say the same things over and over again, which is sad because Christmas is coming up and we shouldn't be this depressed. But that's not here nor there. Homie K says Frank needs a summer in the New York playgrounds. He needs to develop some grit. He annoys me with that passive stuff. You know how I feel about Frank. I'm not going to defend him though. Keytown, I feel like your energy has been so negative lately, bro. I'm starting to question your like Knicks fans in this. Where's your sense of optimism? I know tonight is the last possible place for any form of positivity, but you've been coming on here negative for quite some time. You good? School going all right? You good, bro? Don't take it out on the Knicks now. Come on now. Even though they're taking it out on us. Actually, you know what? Continue with the slander because you know what? The Knicks about to put me in the hospital again. Homie Ross says, why were players and media talking about Knicks making the playoffs? I have no idea. You know, I see the live stream as a safe place. So if Knicks fans come on here and say things like we can make the playoffs and stuff like that in the guise of optimism, I will encourage it. But I don't feel like any of us were like out here like pounding the streets saying playoffs were happening. But you know how major media does involving the Knicks, anything for the story. I mean, I think we had a game that we won, and they were making coverage of Kevin Knox tipping in a basket on our basket because that's just what they do. But that's not here or there. Homie 99 says beyond the game's trade deadline and buyout time, how many Knicks think they will be on the team at the end of the season? Once again, excuse me, once again, a sense of identity, is it there? Who knows? Hopefully coaching will be the same because if we get rid of Miller, I just don't know what type of culture they would be trying to get. Like even if we get like a Mark Jackson or like a Thibodeau, like who says we keep them for a long amount of time? Like we don't get me started. Don't get me started because we'll be here all night. Gosh dang it, we will be here all night. The homie Fed says Miller is coaching for his job. Yeah. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. Gosh dang it. The homie Scott says we are in the middle of either playoffs or lottery, and we have to choose one side.
That was easy.
That's a bar. I agree 1000%. If we're gonna tank again, and not tanking for draft picks, but like tanking to just let our players develop, then we need to make that decision right now. Because if we're like pseudo trying to be competitive, then you need to make that commitment. And it starts with simple things like guarding the 3-point line. Again, if the priority is not to win games, then somebody needs to come out and say that, because I'm expecting a little bit more than this. Homie Ronald says if the Knicks vet don't call a team meeting to address the shortcomings of the squad. Here's the thing. They already did. Marcus Morris called a players meeting before Fizdale got fired. So I don't know if another one's going to do anything. The homie David says Mike Miller did call timeouts and try to stop the bleeding. Also notice our two guards don't score like when our two guards don't score like tonight, we lose by 20 or 30 points. I am starting to realize that. And as much as I am 1000% down for the idea of having a point guard that doesn't score, who just distributes, I'm starting to see where having a guard that can score could probably help us. But again, we have Trier, and if you don't let Trier play, again, you sit RJ on the bench, you let Trier play, you'd be surprised what could happen. But if you don't want to give him a chance, then agaga. And I feel the same way about people who are like wanting us to draft someone. It doesn't matter who we draft. If they don't play, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. I was excited about Iggy, but Iggy don't play. So it's like that kind of stuff don't even matter. I don't know, y'all. The homie King Cash says that's what Lakers did, built young guys and then trade them for stars. Who we trading? Who do we have that has value outside of Marcus Morris? And well, you said young players, so let's go to specifically what you said, young players. What young player do we have that has any value right now? I can't think of not a one. As far as the young core, outside of Mitchell Robinson, I can't think of a young player that has some extreme value that can get us back a quote unquote star. But that's just me. The homie Art says, just dropping by again. Happy holidays, or whatever you celebrate, to everyone in here. I see improvement in the Knicks, and it's awesome. From myself and other Nets fans, stay safe. I'm glad you're having such a lovely time in Nets land. We're depressed over here, but I'm glad you're having a wonderful time. Thank you for the $10, but I'm depressed this holiday season. Gosh dang it. Infinite Wave says to sell tickets. That's why they're hyping up the. Yeah, probably. Homie Johnson says Payton needs to start. I agree. Key Town says there is no need for positivity. I cannot argue with you today because we are just playing so terrible for some reason, and I am out of words. Yeah. Homie Saul says I'm not looking forward to the Bucks tomorrow. Neither am I. Not at all. The homie Eric is here saying, told ya y'all couldn't beat the Heat. They're a very balanced squad. I really wanted Jimmy Butler. I don't know if I made that clear this summer, but I really wanted Jimmy Butler. There was only two people who I can say I was like hurt that we didn't get. I was stressed out of my mind over the KD and Kyrie thing, but I didn't really want either of them. There were three people who I wanted, but I was only depressed by two. I kind of knew we wouldn't get Kawhi, even though he said he wanted to meet with us, and for some reason we didn't want to meet with him, but that's not here or there. But there were two people who I wanted. I wanted Westbrook, and I wanted Jimmy Butler. I wanted those two really, 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 really bad, because I see their value. I feel like you add them to an Eastern Conference team, it is night and day. And we're seeing what happens when you do that on the Heat, and we're seeing what happens when you do that on the Rockets, even though the Rockets are a Western Conference team. I really, really wanted Westbrook, and I was very depressed when we didn't get him. But y'all saw that. But I don't know if I made a big enough deal about how much I wanted Jimmy Butler. I wanted Jimmy Butler bad. But if Michael B's like that, gosh dang it, I can't have anything. Homie Ronald says, throw the whole season away, bring back Clay Anthony early, J.R. Smith, and hire Becky Hammock. Let's just get started. Listen, I
That was easy.
The easy button was for the Clay Anthony early name drop. I couldn't agree more. I'm getting dangerously close to throw the season in the trash can bag, but again, we're under Mike Miller. We're 3-4. So if we're going by the same energy we had last live stream, we're only one game under 500. So there's a chance that maybe things won't be as bad as we think it's going to be, even though we're going to play Milwaukee. And I just don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. But maybe after that, we'll rack up some easy wins here or there. Maybe not, but I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't have much for y'all this live stream. I apologize. Homie Izzy says, several, we already been through this tank situation, and we see how that would work. For example, the Phoenix Suns and the Cavaliers, they both dropped out of the top 3. I agree. But it was more so tanking for player development rather than a draft pick, because the whole draft thing has been changed. The homie Dunn is here. What's good with you, gosh dang it. Keytown, I will not slander Frank Ntilikina tonight because it would be unwarranted and unnecessary. So I will not. I want to, but I won't. The homie Pockets here. What's good with you, gosh dang it. Excuse me. The homie Scott says Westbrook and Mitch would be nasty. Oh, I agree. That's why I'm so depressed about the whole situation, but that's neither here nor there. Like, comment, subscribe, H3T. The Triple OG putting as much work as me. Do me a favor, point them out. I think I'm gonna go watch my own Christmas special again because I need something positive in my life. Gosh dang it, I need something positive, and the Knicks are not providing that. So I'm just gonna go watch my own video to go get some positivity. Gosh dang it, but Michael B is like that, as you can assume. See you tomorrow night, I guess, for whatever Giannis decides to do to us. But let's just have a quick moment. Gosh dang it. We will slander anyone. Right? We will slander anyone Sever won't in the comments for the culture. Nah. I'm gonna go watch my Christmas special. David, I'll see you later. Penguin Gang with Slitty. 99, I'll see you later. Gosh dang it. Or whatever you celebrate. Yes, Ronald. My Christmas special or whatever you celebrate. I'm about to watch that. Penguin Game with Slitty. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Good night. Wait. Oh, you know what? I got something for y'all. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Oh, I got something for y'all. Hold up now. Hold on. Because we keep Because we keep talking, right? We keep talking about depression. So there's only one way to go out with depression. Depression and obsession don't mix well. I'm poison and my body don't feel well. I hate her. Every time it starts, myself was the make a hill. I don't know the words that I'm talking. Depression and obsession don't mix well. Hollywood hotels. I think I'm just obsessed with you.